Very good morning to all of my Rose. This is my video about why I think that war is stupid. So just to get to the point, the main crux of my argument is that what happens in war, we kill people. So like if I go up to somebody's house right now and I go knock, 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 and they open the door and I shoot them and they die, what happens to me? I go to jail. Because why? You can't just kill somebody because you don't agree with them, right? That's wrong. As long as I do it overseas in uniform, then it's okay. That's the main crux of my argument. I just don't think it makes sense that just because we're in war, anything goes and you can take another human's life. I think that's utterly ridiculous. It's kind of the same thing as to why I don't believe in like corporal punishment or like spanking your children. If I go up to somebody, right, and I let's say I'm wearing a belt and I take off my belt and then I spank them, right? That's assault. You can't just do that, right? But I can do it to my children. It's okay to assault children just because they're yours and they're your children and it's in the name of discipline. That doesn't make any sense to me. But back to the whole thing about war, I think it's utterly ridiculous that we're taking other people's lives. Like, you don't think we could have tried anything else before we got to the whole killing? I mean, I guess there's like exceptions to everything, but I feel like the only way you can justify killing somebody is in self-defense. In war, we'll go and we'll kill other people just so we can get some oil, you know, like that's really dumb. And even if you try to say, oh, well, it's okay that people are, you know, dying in war because, you know, they signed up to be there, you know, it's like, no, not everybody signs up to be in war. There's people that are drafted into war or they have, you know, different countries have mandatory military service for, you know, however many years. That, as well as all of the other people that are also affected by war, you know, people who are losing their husbands and wives in the war, people who are losing their mothers and fathers in the war, people who are losing their sons and daughters in the war, as well as the innocent civilians. You know, it's not just people who, you know, are on the battlefield. It's if we choose to drop a bomb, then it's all the innocent people that were killed with the stupid bomb. That, as well as you might, in some instances, you might even say there's different things that happen in war that are worse than losing your life. Because if you're dead, then, you know, that's it, you know. But there's also the levels of dehumanization. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in war besides killing people that is not talked about, you know, torture and rape that happens in war. And, you know, everybody wants to, yay, war, we came back from the war. But, you know, there were people that were raped in that war. And then the aftermath of the war, you know, and the soldiers come back and they have PTSD and they come back disabled. And a lot of soldiers really get the short end of the stick in that regard, in that they, you know, sacrifice their life for their country and then they're left with like nothing, you know. But yay to the war, we won the war, yay. Like, and then that's just one thing that always got me, you know, when it's like, because on one hand it's like I love being like, oh, thank you for your service, you know, because it's like, yes, you know, giving the ultimate sacrifice and, you know, whatever. But at the same time it's like, am I also thanking you for all these other things that we don't talk about that went on during the war? And on one hand, you can look at it as like, oh, you know, they were so brave because your life is, you know, the most valuable thing that you have, and you gave that up for this greater good. And it's just like obviously wars don't end everything. Like, there have been wars since like the beginning of time. Like, it just keeps going on and on and on. And it's like, we are killing each other. Like, what is, like, y'all don't think we can find something better to do? Like, come on. Like, you gotta have some, you know, there's gotta be something going on that you feel the need to take another man's life. Like, what is up with that? So anyway, that's my video about why war is stupid. I mean, like, no offense to anybody who, you know, sacrificed their life, but it's just like, golly.